So how are you feeling, Zipko?
Dude, I'm feeling great. I just logged into PA, saw the event,
Yeah.
but I didn't have a clan, and then Mango said that Sankor didn't have a clan or whatever. I don't know.
So are you going to be a permanent fixture on his clan now?
No, probably not.
You're just stepping in, helping hand.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
that's nice
yeah.
of you. Very nice. Have you done much to prepare for this game? I suppose not.
No, I'm just back from vacation, so
Oh,
it will be like my first game in 4 weeks.
I saw you play recently. Yesterday, in fact.
Yeah, yesterday. Oh wait, yeah, this will be my second game in 4 weeks.
Okay. What do you think about the map you're going to be playing on?
Looks like an atom, so that's fun.
Oh, good. Do you have any
Yeah,
words for Flub before the game?
yeah, I just prepared it. Crispy rips. It's gonna rip you apart, Flop. So you better watch out.
Well, I hope you guys have plenty of clean, friendly banter throughout the game for us, for entertainment's sake.
Yeah,
Oh,
whatever.
jolly good. I'm gonna get casting. You guys get playing. Good luck and have fun.
Yeah, thanks.
Alright, let's get this show on the road. Okay, so this system, we have 5 planets that you can potentially spawn on. We've got this lovely ice planet called Omega Alpha. We've got this desert-looking planet, Omega Beta. We've got this rather dull-looking planet, Omega Delta. A lava planet, Omega Epsilon. And a moon, Omega Gamma. And naturally, they'll all be fighting, hopefully, for this metal planet, Omega Prime. There are only 2 players on each side, 5 spawnable planets. Let's see if there are any initial combats or whether everyone's going to start with their own planet. Yes, also, I'd like to point out that everyone in this game is uber ranked, so they should be giving us top quality play, and hopefully much for me to cast upon. We'll just wait for players to spawn in, and we'll get this show on the road. Unfortunately, Marshall couldn't join me to co-cast with me, but he will be joining us for the free-for-all event after the first 2 games. All of you can join that if you so choose, and I recommend you do. You don't usually get a chance to play in games quite that large, and it's a great deal of fun. Those who do not want to take part in that game, feel free to stick around, watch it with me, and we'll see what happens together. So I think players are taking their time discussing strategies. They've not spawned in yet. Normally they would do by now, I think, but they will be forced to spawn. Oh, here we go. Oh, I see 2 players spawning here already. I don't know which commanders each player is using. I forgot to check that. I didn't really have time when they're in the lobby. But we shall be watching them fight soon. Let's check the other planets and see where everyone else has spawned. So we've got Team TNC have taken this planet. And Team Crestrot have taken this planet. So these guys are going to be expanding with their fabricators to get as much eco as they can, ideally, because they've spawned alone, although they don't know that yet. We're going to see them scouting out, seeing if they do indeed have the planet to themselves. Once they do, they're going to want to eco up, possibly go up to tier 2 to claim tier 2 eco, or go orbital to expand further on to other planets. We see here Team Crestrot have identified here that they have got another player on their planet, and we have a response from this commander shooting away at those docks. They should know which direction that docks came in. I think they have a rough idea of where they are. They're going to prepare for a very short range combat. So we're seeing 2 bot factories here from Crestrot, bots and vehicles here from TNC, I like the vehicles choice in close combat. Slow vehicles, but they're strong. I think that's a good choice. We might see this Faber go down if he's not careful, but the commander's able to pick off those raiding docks. Down here, TNC have sniped that bot Faber. Very strong victory there. Seems like a Faber has gone down here, but he did manage to get up this laser turret, so he has temporarily secured that eco. Docks here is looking to snipe this bot fabricator here to prevent any expansion in that direction. It looks to me like TNC have the slight advantage on this planet. It's nice to see some Faber replacement here going on. It looks like, let's have a look at their eco tab. Yes, TNC are ahead in eco. With Zankar and Kazipko crashing, I would like to see them claim this metal spot, maybe get some more expansion going on. I see they're sending docks here to just protect this area whilst that Fab is still claiming that metal. These docks will be clearing out this docks here to reclaim that map control. Not really sure what the long-term plan here is, going all these bots. I feel like they're going to fight for map control at this point and not really bother too much about taking out their enemy commander too quickly, which I suppose is a fair enough strategy. Taking out the commander doesn't win you the game straight away because there are 2 commanders per team. Let's check on the other planets. So over here, TNC are indeed getting their T2 up. They're going to take advantage of the T2 eco, really ramp up their production, and obviously going orbital as well. Over here, looking at Crest Rot, we see much of the same, although going for the orbital may be a little bit quicker, slightly behind on the T2, but getting those air fabricators to claim those metal spots nice and quickly. We'll get the pip up in the orbital view, just so that we can see when the orbital action starts to take place. Looking back at the battle going on the ice planet, we see a teleporter going up. Interesting choice. Looks like they're deciding to potentially bring in some reinforcements from the other planet. Doxras going quite nicely, avoiding that Uber cannon from Crestrot's commander. Some harassment going on down here with the ants, taking out these light laser turrets, which are great against docks, but not quite strong enough to beat a large force of ants. Over on this side, we see an idle fabricator, not really sure what to do with itself. Doesn't seem like there's much expansion for him to do. Much the same as over here. Maybe get some radar up, but apart from that, I guess there's not much for him to do. Bringing in the forces. Levelers coming through now. Looks like the days are numbered on the Team Crestrot's position on this planet. The teleporter is going up. Will they be able to bring in reinforcements to stop this teleporter going down? It looks like they will. The beam bots are coming through from Team TNC, but the docks are hard counter to that, so no luck there. I'd like to see some more levelers coming through here to really put the push in and do some real damage. Looks to me though that TNC still have the advantage over here. Right, we see some orbital action from TNC going over to this planet, where I don't know if they've scouted that Crestrot are here, but they're going to be putting down a teleporter, I presume. Let me just check, see if there's anything queued up for that. No, but we'll keep an eye on that. I see Crestrot's commander has dropped down onto this planet through the teleporter, so they have successfully escaped from the ice planet. I think that's fair enough that they give that up. I think if this Vanguard can take out that teleporter, they have completely secured this planet. Looks like that's going to happen. Yep. Right, over to Crestrot's other starting planet. I believe this is the only planet they are currently in control of. Team TNC have got an orbital fabricator here. They're going to build an anchor before a teleporter. Might be a wise move. I think I would have waited and sent maybe 3 to 5 orbital fabricators, just because the build power allows you to get stuff down on that planet before they can actually respond. We'll see if Crestor are able to do anything to put an end to this, though. Looking around at the planet, they're still getting T1 eco established. Their T2 has gone up, but is currently idle. Building another T2 factory whilst the other factory's idle? I'm not really sure I understand this decision. Looking back at the ice planet, we see the commander has actually come back. They're going to fight some more for this planet. They don't want to give away a planet for free to TNC, which, good decision. They're going to have to fight this anchor, though, because it's going to do some real damage over this time, and looks like they could end up losing this commander rather than doing what they planned and preventing TNC from really capitalising on this planet. Looking at TNC's other planet, we see that T2 eco is going up as all of the T1 eco has been established. Looking at the economy difference, we see that TNC has got double the metal income of Crestor. Back over at this planet, we see the umbrella has gone up. The orbital fabricator has fled. Looks like there won't be a teleporter going down here just yet. Looking at the other planets, we see that Crestor has put a teleporter down on the lava planet. They'll be sending some fabricators through, I'm sure, to secure this eco and set up defences to prevent TNC from doing the same. Looking at the moon, another teleporter has gone down. Looks like Crestor are looking to expand outwards. The metal planet has been colonised by TNC. They have got some air factories gone up. We've got some bot factory action going on, and this T2 fabricator is looking to build T2 metal. I'd rather T1 than T2. Good, yeah, I was going to say that's how I'd do it. It's best to build T1 metal before T2 metal because it earns its metal back quicker. Looking back at the ice planet, we see this commander is still fighting for dear survival. I don't know how long he can survive. I think if I were in this position, I would be building up a teleporter and trying to get him to flee. They have got a teleporter on the moon that they could escape to, though it looks like TNC have also put a teleporter here as well. This is a prime time to send the commander through and fight for that planet. We've got a couple of levelers coming in with Doc's army here to try and take on this commander. If this commander can't get the Uber cannon on these levelers, he might even go down. It looks like he will go down. Yes, we have the first commander death on the ice planet. It's going to be a huge loss for Crestor because not only have they lost their commander on the ice planet, but it makes it that much harder to secure the moon from TNC. Looking at TNC's other home planet, not much action going on, just sending fabricators and levelers through this teleporter, I presume to the metal planet. No, not to the metal planet, but they are starting to secure the eco on the metal planet. Looking at Crestor's home planet, the only planet that they have secure, I believe. Yes, the only planet they've got fully secure. They're building up a umbrella defences. I think too early, perhaps. I don't know that that's necessarily the right thing to be doing. They need to put all of their effort into expanding to other planets and spread their eggs into more baskets. Looking quickly at the moon, we see that they are trying to take control of the moon, but TNC have got their forces in through and they will be denying them this planet. Looking at the lava planet, where the final fight is going on, we see umbrella action going up from TNC, and Crestor putting up a T2 radar. I think that's a bit ambitious considering the state of their economy. They really want to be trying to snowball their economy, although in this situation where they've got a fifth of the eco of TNC, they're really struggling at this point, and I'm not sure what they can do to come back. Looking back at the metal planet, we see that TNC have got this quite secured. They've got fabbers all over the place, putting up metal. Not much in the way of defences. I think they're feeling comfortable that they're not going to be invaded. However, there are, two orbital fabricators putting down a teleporter, which TNC have instantly spotted. They're sending in hummingbirds, but that's not going to do much to prevent this teleporter from going up. They really need to send in some forces. I'd like to see perhaps some bombers actually here, just to deal with those teleporters that may go up, and potential unit cannons later on in the game if that does occur. Looking back at the ice planet, we see that Crest have been completely taken off. We see T2 factory has gone up, and they are starting to establish T2 eco. On their other planet, much of the same, spamming out those T2 factories, getting out those forces to push Crest off those final planets and seal the deal. Crestrot's home planet is looking relatively safe so far. I see an orbital fabricator from TNC is on its way there. I don't know where exactly it will land. I don't see any pre-made teleporters going up from them. Lava planet, what's going on? Right, TNC have still yet to take Crestrot off this planet. They're looking at the state of the defences from Crestrot. I don't see that they'll be able to defend from what TNC has to offer them. We see a radar has gone up from TNC, and they have vision of everything that Crestrot has on this planet. I should imagine that it shouldn't be too much for these levelers to take care of, even with this anchor here. Looking at the moon, it is securely under TNC's control. I don't think Crestrot's going to be taking control of that. The teleporter from Crestrot has been taken out by some bombers. They've established an anchor, but I don't know what they can really do to secure this metal planet. There's a lot of production going on this metal planet now that TNC know that Crestrot have their eyes on this planet. And even if Crestrot do manage to secure this planet, TNC has control of nearly all the other planets, so it's going to be a real uphill battle from there. Looking at Crestrot's home planet, we see the orbital fabricator from TNC was not successful in establishing a beachfront. This is their real home base, so I would like to see some more T2 eco going up here. Really, this is their best bet for establishing a stronger economy. I know that they want to move these fabbers to other planets to secure them, but at this point they don't have the strength to do that, so they really need to try and bolster up their strength here before they push out onto other planets. Looking at the teleporter on the metal planet established by Crestrot, it is quite happily sitting there inactive, and I think TNC are happy with that being the case. I think if I were TNC, I would send some of these air fabbers down just to put up a umbrella, get rid of this anchor and delete this teleporter, because you really don't want the enemy having any chance of getting on here, no matter how far ahead you are. We do see a T2 fabricator go through the teleporter, but instantly sniped. Looking at the moon, we see that TNC is starting to expand and establishing eco there. They've got a couple of umbrellas up, but apart from that, they don't really need to worry too much about defending this planet. Looking at the lava planet, we see that TNC has taken Crestrot completely off this planet, and that leaves Crestrot with only their home planet. Crestrot home planet, they're spamming out some boom bots. It looks like they're going to try and go for a snipe if they can find both of the TNC commanders. I think it's probably their only hope really at this point. They're looking for desperate strategies, being so far behind in economy. They're probably not aware of quite how much economy their opponents have, but the snipe is probably the way forward. Looking in the orbital area, we see Crestrot sending an orbital fabricator over here to the lava planet. I don't see any commanders here though, so they won't be doing any snipes here. Back to the Crestrot home planet. I want to see if they've got any orbital radars. They don't. They really need to get one out and try and find the enemy commander. Out of curiosity, looking at the TNC commanders, this one looks like it's potentially snipeable if left unattended. the other commander. Is he on the metal planet? No, he's probably on the other home planet. Indeed. I see locusts coming out from these T2 bot factories. Will they be going to do a lot of damage? Let's have a look. It looks like there is potential for locusts to do a lot of damage here, but without any scouts or any radar, that might be a very difficult task, sending locusts in blind. We'll have to wait and see what they do with that, though. How many locusts do they have at the moment? 21, okay. We see one orbital fabricator going to the Crestrot home planet, though I'm not really sure why. There's plenty of orbital defences here at this point, and it's going to take a little bit more than that to get a beachfront onto the planet from TNC. Looking at the metal planet, we see that the teleporter has gone down, but the anchor stays up. I don't think Team TNC is too worried about that, though. Yes, the orbital fabricator from TNC has gone down straight away from the umbrellas of the Crestrot team. Not really sure what TNC are doing at this point to secure their victory. I think they're feeling quite comfortable just establishing more of their economy and working on bolstering their forces. Looking here, we see two orbital fabricators coming in. Up here, lands right above some umbrellas and some Avengers. They get shot down straight away. The teleporter gets denied. One last orbital fabricator coming in here, shot down straight away from some umbrellas. I think they're going to need to up their game in that department. Phoenixes, interplanetary fighters coming along from Team TNC, looking to, I think, scout the home planet of Crestrot, maybe snipe some air fabricators while they're at it. Having a quick look at the metal planet again, see what's going on. We see T2 Eco's not fully established, but we see pumping up plenty of Phoenixes for scouting. Ice Planet, T2 Eco, mostly established, though not quite fully. We see a Helios going up for a much stronger attack on the Crestrot homeworld. The Phoenixes have landed, but they haven't been given an order to patrol or move anywhere in advance, so they're just going to sit there and get killed by docks. Great shame indeed. Lava Planet, we see a rather large land force being established, sending units through into the Lava Planet. I'm not sure why that's necessary. I'd like to see them actually going through this teleporter to either protect the metal planet or get ready for an invasion on the Crestrot home planet. What do we have on the way? A lone orbital fabricator again. They keep sending one after another just to be shot down. I'm not really sure what the purpose of this is, to be honest, but fair enough. The Helios is 26% completed. This is well known to the Crestrot team, as any Titan that gets produced in orbit will be well seen by the enemy without needing any radar or anything like that. We see plenty of docks and levelers being pushed up to this teleporter, ready to be sent somewhere. Not sure what method they're going to use to do that, though. Looks like they're building some SSX lasers to potentially orbital snipe some commanders. Again, though, they're going to need orbital radar ideally to locate those commanders firstly. We see some more Phoenixes coming into the Crestrot home world to get some scouting done. We see 4 of them. I'm not sure that's enough to really get a good scout in. They take out an air fabricator. They're now patrolling the planet, having a good look around, see any weaknesses they can take advantage of. And yes, we have more Phoenixes coming in now. And get a good look of the defences they're up against. Oh, a nuke's coming in. How did I not spot this earlier? This is going to be massive. The nuke has hit, taken out a large portion of the Crest Rock base. This might be the ideal opportunity to send in some orbital fabricators and put down a teleporter. A unit cannon has gone off and shot some units down. Perhaps some men, maybe some fabricators to put down a teleporter. And we see, yes, 3 men have gone down, but they're going to be taken out very swiftly by these docks. It's going to take a bit more than that to invade, but once this Helios is built and lands into the orbit of Crestrott's homeworld, I think that's going to be game. It takes a lot of firepower to take down one of these Titans, and by the time you've done that, there's going to be a large force have landed on your planet. Looking back at the Crestrott planet, we see Phoenixes are still scouting, keeping an eye out, looking for any weaknesses that they can take advantage of. Back to the metal planet. We still don't see T2 Eco fully established. Looking for some T2 fabricators. We see one here. Is that doing anything? No, it's idle. I suppose it was given an order earlier and they forgot to queue up further commands. Looking back at the Helios, it is now 98% complete, 99% complete, 100% complete. I just saw a nuke travelling. Let's have a look at where this will land. Anti-nuke, fortunately for the Crestrott team, has saved the day from that particular nuke. They're going to build a Halley and attempt to launch their planet at one of the TNC planets. I suppose to go out in a blaze of glory. TNC still have 2 commanders though on different planets. Even if this Halley is successful, they will not be winning the game. I believe the Helios should be on its way to the Crestrott planet, and it looks like it is, along with Avengers to soak up some fire from the Umbrellas. A unit cannon has shot off some units to potentially land another teleporter onto the planet, although there are many dogs patrolling the entire planet, so I don't imagine that that would make too much of a difference. Avengers have landed planet side, and the Helios is soon to follow. The Helios has landed. When will the teleporter beacon come up? The teleporter beacon is up and the units are flooding through. There's a lot of docks, there's a lot of levelers, and I think this is going to be game. We also see locusts have come through, but I don't imagine that they're going to make too much of a difference because they're very fast, very good at eating buildings. But, oh, actually, there's a lot there. There's a lot more than I thought, and they're going to be eating a lot. This is a locust all-you-can-eat buffet. Zankar is enjoying this, even though he's on the receiving end. It looks like locusts kill the final commander, and that is the game. GG indeed. Well done Team TNC. That is 2 games won, 0 games losses in their league so far. Will they go undefeated? Let's jump into the interview room and talk to the players when they are ready. Hello Flub, how was the game?
Went better than expected.
I must say, it really did. Who was it that spawned on the ice planet with the enemy?
How's Jataxian?
He did a very good job. Commend him indeed. Who Zipco was on the ice planet?
I call a recount for votes.
For votes for what?
A recount. I feel like they had Wallhack on and
Yeah.
bots. Yeah, they began with more eco. All hacks. No, but no, seriousness.
Which commander were you?
I was the commander who was getting wrecked
on the ice planets.
Yeah.
Oh dear. You weren't joking when you said you were rusty.
No, I guess.
I was when
Oh, boy.
when I saw that you were joining Zanka, I thought, wow, TNC really have it cut out for them here. They've got the number one ranked Uber, and Zankar used to be a pretty big deal in the PA community back when he was active. So what happened, Kazipko? Where did it all go wrong?
I don't know. With me not playing for a long time, I
Yeah.
guess.
So when you decided to send your commander back to the ice planet, what was going through
Yeah,
your head?
I was like, let's do it. We can take this planet. But Flub and Texion decided it was not my planet anymore. So
Well, I thought it wasn't your planet anymore, and I thought, well done for getting your commander off of there. Well done for
Nah,
trying,
that was
but
a mistake. That was a mistake.
really, they had pretty secure map control. They were outproducing you. They had levelers coming through their teleporter. I really don't see any point of you having gone back there, but yeah,
Yeah.
that was.
I did that little trick with the anchor on their base, which seemed to do quite a bit of damage.
Yes, that was a nice little trick there.
Uh-huh. So that was it, right? Because I'm not familiar with the tournament thing.
Yeah, that was it. That was the game. Well done.
Jesus, that was lame. Holy shit.
Yeah, it was. That was a very quick game.
Yeah.
But entertaining.
Very satisfying.
Yeah, I'm glad you finished like that. When I saw them coming through, I was just thinking, they've got docks all over their planet. What are you doing? And then when I saw more and more coming through, I was, oh wow, okay, that's a docks
300 locusts.
300. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
enough to take out our commander for sure.
But next time we'll get you Flub. When I
Yeah.
played 3 games instead of 2.
Would have
Beforehand.
gone away with it if it wasn't for us meddling kids.
Were you the one on the ice planet?
I was the one on the desert. I was supporting Jataxian on the ice and also expanding to lava
I
and
see.
metal. So, yeah, Jataxian really helped out with the micro and also the queuing because I'm a bit out of practice too, especially on bigger systems.
I have to
Yeah.
say I'm really quite impressed by Jataxian's play. I have seen him play in the past, and I knew that he's Uber now, but I see now that he's actually a lot better than I gave him credit for. So well done to him.
Yeah, he
Indeed.
played well. He denied my speech is pretty good. So
Yeah.
that's,
I was incredibly impressed.
Oh well, that's it for me, I guess.
Will you be taking part in any future League games, or will you be joining any clans in the future?
I have no idea. Maybe, like Zanker said that at the end of the event I can take the Crispy Ribs clan.
Crispy
And,
ribs.
Yeah, Crispy Ribs. I already renamed the clan to Crispy Ribs, so
Okay, so if you join, they have to change their name.
yeah.
Fair enough. put in your bargaining chips here.
Yeah, that's in my contract. Yeah. That's it. Well played to Team C. What's Team C stand for?
Yeah, the nutcrackers. Your nuts are our priority.
Ah, alright.
They're a team with a motto.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, my team has a motto as well, so
What is it?
I already said it.
What was it? I missed it.
Alright.
All right.
Crispy Ribs.
No.
Rip you apart.
Oh. That's very imaginative.
Yeah. Next time we will get you nutcrackers.
Yeah.
Zipko, what would you have done differently if you could go back in time and play again?
play more.
Just play more.
Yeah.
Tell me about your vacation, actually, if you don't mind. You're being
Oh yeah,
streamed.
yeah. All right, yeah. So I went on a skiing vacation
Oh, lovely. Where
with
to?
a group of friends to we're in place in France, Le Deux Alpes.
Oh.
You know that place?
No, I'm not overly familiar with France. I've only been 3 or 4 times.
Yeah. Yeah. That was actually really, really tiring.
Mhm.
Jesus. It's like getting up at 9 or 10 to go skiing.
That early?
Then
Oh, wow.
yeah, dude, we were hardcore. And then staying up till after 2 a.m. like
Oh, you
big
rebel.
boys. Yeah.
Like half point. We're feeling good. We're just anxious because we're expecting a little easier, but then we got TNC on us, so it's gonna be a challenge for sure. Oh yeah, we've been doing a lot of planning throughout the week. We do. I do feel like we have a chance. Yes.
What do you think about the map you're playing?
We really like it because one of our players is really good in orbital, so we have a good chance.
Are you?
No, I'm definitely a ground person.
Do you have any words for your opponent?
Good luck, have fun, and don't crush us too badly.
We're feeling pretty jitsy, actually. This came upon us all of a sudden, and then we're like, oh no, we need to get a team together. And oh no, it's got 10 planets. We haven't even discussed strategy or how to tackle this. So, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, this should be fun. This should be a good match. I'm looking forward to it. That is well, let's hope he doesn't. No, let's hope he does go like PXS. Let's go dominate a gas giant and then smash them from space.
Space is our strategy.
I mean, I was going to say, a gentle smashing. We won't be too hot. Good luck. I hope your preparation serves you well. Looking forward to this match.
So am I.
I'd just like to apologise to the stream. My microphone was off during that entire interview. I'll quickly recap that Team Icarus are very well prepared for the system. They've been doing a lot of preparation, and Space Pie says that he has a teammate who's very good at Orbital. Mango, on the other hand, their team has done no preparation because they were not expected to play this game, replacing another clan. So they're excited because they don't know exactly what's going to happen. They've had no preparation, they've got no plan per se. They exchanged very friendly words to each other, and they wish each other a very good game. So let's see how they do. Okay, this system is an absolute beast. We have 3 starting planets, all very similar, if not identical. I think they're identical. Yeah, they're identical. So you have 3 massive lava planets to spawn upon. Around each of these lava planets you have 2 moons that you can build hallies on. Each one only needs 2 hallies. Build those 2 hallies, you can launch this moon at any other planet that is not a gas planet, basically. In the middle we have the big gas planet. Go here and all your eco dreams will come true. Jigs, which will produce a lot of metal and a lot of energy. I expect if this game goes on longer than 20 minutes, there's going to be a lot of fighting over the gas planet. I reckon we're going to see a lot of domination over the moons. I suspect we'll just see a lot of play all over the place. Very messy map. Very fun. Team TNC have the higher ranked players, but they also have less preparation for this game. So maybe things will be even. Let's see. I have a feeling that Icarus are going to try and rush into the orbital game, try and spread out really quick and make this all about the orbital, because the real advantage for Team TNC is in their more standard play on the battlefield. Land-based, air-based play. Right, let's have a look. We have got 2 from TNC on this planet and 1 from Icarus. Game paused early. Mango needs a second. Whilst he's doing that, I'll have a look at all the spawns. We have 2 from Team Icarus and 1 from Team TNC on the second planet. And we have a 1v1 on the third. Looks like bot 1 is having some technical issues, so he's going to restart his game and reconnect. Looks like Emperor does the same, so let's hope this isn't a foreshadowing of the rest of the game. Did Icarus just add a couple of randoms to fill numbers? Well, you can add non-clan members, because the last game we did have Kazipko join Crestrot for that game, so I don't think they're too strict with clan members only. I'm going to keep this 1v1 in my pip, because that's the really interesting one to me, because 1v1's the most exciting for me. I love a good 1v1. See, bot 1 has reconnected. I think we're just waiting on Emperor 88 now. Swift Ice Dragon, who's that? I don't recognise that name. It's a mystery. Ah, we might need a restart in the game. And apparently bot is a spectator. It's all going wrong. We'll see if Elite has any word. Yep, Elite says that there will be a rehost. I imagine he'll be going into the chats to let them know. Where are we? Yep, he's telling the teammates that it's okay for them to rehost. People in the chat, who do you feel is most likely to win? I personally think TNC are more likely to win just because they have the technically better players. I don't know how strong their orbital game is going to be. Hello, I am back, and Mike is on this time. Let's get casting this game. When Elite starts the game. Here we go. I wonder if we'll see same spawns as last time. I believe the 1v1 was going on here. And there were two 2v1s going on there and there. That's right. Yeah. So my predictions for this game is I expect TNC to really try and dominate their lava planets. Once they've established that lava planet, go orbital and then move from there. I imagine seeing Team Icarus going orbital really early and then try and claim gas planet, try and move their commanders to the moons, defend up those moons and establish themselves there. So first lava planet, we see a 2v1. Second one, 2v1 again. Third planet, the 1v1, yes, just as the same as last time. Nice to see they've got consistent spawns. Right, looking at the first planet, we've got bot opener, tank opener. It is a nice cluster of metal. If this player opens Ant, that's a bizarre choice to start with. I was going to say, this player rushes out some orbital tanks is a great way to go. Over here we see tanks again. I imagine we'll be seeing some rushing of orbital going on there. Over here we've got bot opener. Definitely a good idea considering they spawned quite far away from any metal there. I don't think I'd be happy spawning here considering that you're not really blessed with a lot of build space because of all this CSG and the metal's a bit spread out, but looking at the blue spawns, they've got it pretty cushy here, I think. It's going to be pretty tricky for this player here, and he may want to leave that planet as soon as possible. Looking at the 1v1 planet, we see this player scouting about, trying to see who they're sharing a planet with. I'm not sure I agree with sending out that many scout planes. I would myself just deliberately send that Firefly over all the metal points, because you know that your enemy is going to spawn on a metal point if they have half a bit of sense. So we see here the Firefly has scouted and they found their opposing player. We see a Firefly here from Team Icarus, but it's not moving. Why are you building a scout if you're not going to use it? You want to find where that enemy is, because that fighter is going to come in and take out that scout if it's used correctly. Looking at this planet, we do see orbital being rushed out with these vehicle fabricators, as I thought would happen. Over here, don't see the same. I'm surprised by that. I think if Team Icarus is aware that he's alone on this planet, he's going to want to leave as soon as possible. I don't think he's got what it takes to deal with both of them. Looking here, we're at 3 factories. Here we're at 2 factories. He's a factory behind just in a 1v1 versus him, let alone with this player here. So over here, where TNC are outnumbered, we've got a little bit of docks raid going on here. This laser turret is unfortunately out of range to deal with that docks, but we see some nice expansion going on. He seems to be taking on the 2v1 quite well so far. He's got 3 factories with T2 bots coming in. Over here we just see an orbital play. He's not really going to be doing much to harass as far as I can see. Yeah, he's pumping out energy and then a teleporter to leave the planet, I suppose. Over here we've got a bunch of air, a nice mix of factories going on. Not much in the way of anti-air from TNC over here, so we might see these defences go down. Oh, he's given up on the T2 bots and he's just going to leave. I think he knows that he's outnumbered here and he doesn't really fancy his chances. Looking back at the 1v1 planet, we see TNC is pushing forward with a double laser turret to bolster his forces. I don't know if he's going to successfully get that up. If Icarus pushes here, they could actually take that down, but if they wait too long, they're going to lose the opportunity. It could make the difference on who wins this ground here. We do see a single laser turret here, but it doesn't take many ants to deal with that. Looking at expansions, I see neither player is really expanding very heavily, but they are expanding nonetheless. Looks like there's some action going on the gas planet. We see TNC is building up a jig as we speak, and they've already got an anchor there. Seem to be building a... Oh, I'm not happy with those jig placements. When jigs die, they explode, and they can cause a chain reaction, causing all of the jigs around them to blow up as well. Ideally, you'd space them apart far enough that they don't do that. They also want to get some orbital factories up so they can build units to defend these jigs, because they're going to be a prime target for Icarus. I'm surprised to not see Icarus on here yet. They do send some Avengers though to take out this jig, but it's going to take a bit of micro to keep away from this anchor. Let's have a quick look at the moons and see if there's been any action on them yet. Yes, we see a commander there already. They're going to claim this pretty fast. Looks like they're just claiming metal for now, but they'll be putting umbrellas up here soon just to prevent any orbital nonsense going on. Looks like all the other moons are clear for now. Let's look at the economy. Very even on economy at the moment, actually. TNC ahead in energy, but in metal count, extremely even, actually. Very surprising to see. Wow. We see some tanks here really pushing the expansion here, and that spinner should be able to be taken out by these 4 bombers if they're microed properly. And it seems they are. They should be able to deal with that quite handily. We see T2 is going up and tanks at that. They'll be pumping out some levelers, no doubt. Player over here is he's quite happy so far. He's pumping out his own T2 and he's got it up already. That could make quite a big difference. He's got plenty of spinners here, so that Air Force isn't going to be able to do much about that. He's supporting his T2 with 3 vehicle factories there. Over here we've got 2 vehicle factories, some bots and a bit of air. That air's basically nullified by these spinners, so we'll have to see if he is able to build up a large enough force to push back though. I think this can be a really interesting fight though, so I'm going to keep my eye there. Looking on the other planet where this TNC player has finally fled. I presume he's gone to a moon. Let's see. Is it this moon he's gone to? No. Oh. Yep, we see Icarus have secured this moon and this moon. They're putting up the umbrellas. They're getting out the metal. The eco is completely exploding from both teams, but they're still neck and neck. This is a really even game so far. Back to the 1v1, and we see levelers are out from both sides, but there is a pelter up here from TNC, which is really going to push the advantage, because the longer these guys spend not on the attack, they're going to be losing from this pelter just peppering away at their units. I don't think they can afford to spread out their attack force around this CSG when the TNC player can just bundle up his forces here, let them build up and then go in for a push. It might be useful actually for this player to build a combat fabrication and put down some mines, then try and lure the TNC player into those mines while simultaneously pushing some tanks round this side and up into his base from behind. He's got a T1 radar up. Let's see how much vision that has. So yeah, they can see a fair bit, but if I scouted that, I'd be putting like a teleporter maybe here and then doing like an attack from behind when he doesn't see it. All of his defences are here, so his rear is completely open. Let's look back at the gas planet, still completely owned by TNC. Those jigs are going up. Their eco is actually behind though. We see Icarus is floating, however, though. So, keeping that in mind, they're pretty even on eco, it seems. Even in energy. So, well done to Icarus for maintaining that energy without building jigs. Just be aware, though, that that gas planet can snowball throughout the game. The longer you leave it alone, the stronger the enemy's going to get. These planets have limited space for building resources, and I think TNC, even though they're behind in eco, they may have the advantage still. It's a very even game though so far. I'm very impressed. This player here has got a storm up in his tank army, which takes out air very nicely. However, the tank force is not that large, and it looks like this force here could potentially engage it. If not, by the time that force gets up to here, he's going to have built even more forces anyway to continue to deal with it. We do, however, see a lot of T2 tanks going on. It looks like they're going to try and build up a nice large force and really push them off this planet. He's got to keep in mind, however, there is also a player over here. Although he's gone orbital and he's focusing the orbital, he's still here and he can still send attacks through. So it's a good job that he's posting these levelers here, but he's going to need a stronger force up here. Oh, we've seen an attempt on a commander snipe here from an SXX laser, but the umbrellas have gone up and that is going to be denied. I think sending just one laser was perhaps a bit too greedy. I think if they just waited a little while longer and maybe got 5 lasers, they could have pulled that off. We see some Avengers from TNC taking out some Icarus orbital up here. Locusts have come out over here. They're looking to gobble away at this base. I don't know how much they're going to get away with the sheer amount of units being pumped out of these factories just sitting in that base too. He's going to have to wait for an opportune moment, I think, or come in from a very nice angle to take out those bases. Over here we see TNC has been completely taken off of this lava planet, and it is pretty much all under Icarus control. And finally, this planet is a bit of a standstill, really. They're both just, you know, they're raiding a little bit on the back, but on the front lines we're seeing not too much movement. We've got 3 T2 vehicle factories here against 1, 2, 3 again, so I imagine this is going to be an even fight for quite a while. A quick update on the moons. TNC has somewhat claimed that moon with a teleporter but not done anything about it. Same over here. These moons are still under Icarus control, and I think that is the reason for their massive, well, was large eco lead. They are still in charge of the eco lead, although TNC have managed to get a teleporter down on this planet, but it seems like they don't have a single person in charge of just orbital to really coordinate these attacks, because these teleporters are just not doing anything at the moment. So the TNC commander has retreated to this moon for protection. He's put up an umbrella. Hopefully we're going to see more. Looking at the build queue, they're not going to build anymore though, although they are claiming the eco. The final moon, we see a teleporter has gone up and has destroyed Icarus's presence on it. Looking back at the gas planet, we see it's still completely under TNC control. I'm not sure I'm happy with seeing this many anchors up. I think I'd much rather see a bunch of orbital factories and just pump out a bunch of orbital units, because you can transfer those to other planets and make use of them elsewhere. We see the SXX lasers coming out, so they are going to be looking for using them for snipes. Umbrellas can defend against orbital, but if you get a large enough mass of SXX, no amount of umbrellas is going to protect you. Looking back on this planet, we see that Icarus is really starting to struggle to keep hold here, despite building storms and building plenty of factories. There's just too much going on the planet to really deal with, and I think they're going to lose it. If I were this commander, I would build up a teleporter, send my commander through, and maybe just send some units into this planet, just enough though to be a pain in TNC's side, not necessarily to reclaim this planet, but just try and take their attention away from the greater orbital game. This planet completely under Icarus control. I expect to be seeing a lot of fabricators going around and claiming economy. A bunch of T1 factories here completely idle. Not sure why they were built if they're not going to be doing anything, but looks like they're pumping out some orbital units, perhaps to take some gas planet action. Let's have a look at the gas planet again just to see if there's anything going on there. No, Icarus just completely ignoring the gas planet. Maybe trying to lull TNC into a false sense of security. I expect they're going to be maybe making some Halleys later on to launch into the lava planets, perhaps, that are owned by TNC. Looking here, TNC's teleporters are still completely inactive. Don't know why they're not taking the initiative to claim those moons. Some nukes coming up from Team Icarus. I'm not sure why they're building 2 at the same time. You get it up a lot quicker if you just focus all your fabbers on one at once. Looking at the metal, it's still fairly equal, really, in the greater scheme of things. There's only about 200 difference in metals. That's a 10% boost to Team Icarus, although they are stalling on energy. They really want to keep from doing that, because get too far behind on energy and it can take a long time to recover. Over here we see some mild defences in the form of umbrellas, although there's still a large patch undefended. Looking at the build queue, we don't see any more umbrellas going up, just T2 eco. This planet with TNC's one commander that had to escape the lava planet, also not really building a whole lot on there. I'd like to see a little bit more work going on over here. We see a few Avengers there producing slammers, but let's get some more umbrellas up, maybe an anti-nuke. If you plan on, hallying this, then maybe develop the eco for it and get some fabbers out ready to spam out those hallies at a moment's notice. Same over here, not really too much in the way of defences, very light eco. I don't see any queues for T2 eco again. Whoever's doing the orbital stuff for TNC needs to up their game, I think. Back to this lava planet, we see that Icarus is still holding on strong. They've got some pretty decent anti-air going on, so this Air Force from TNC is going to be quite limited in its abilities. I think at this stage I'd be looking to spam out these Sheller artillery tanks to really take advantage of their range and just pepper from afar, because this base is looking fairly tough at the moment, but we see plenty of docks over here countering this catapult. Catapults are great at taking down heavy units, but when you've got lots of little units, it's going to be pretty tricky. Looks like the locusts were pretty ineffective as predicted, and they're not going to do too much with them. Over to the second planet, where I expect to see tons of eco, and I don't see any T2 eco. Very surprised, actually. We've got two commanders over here. This commander's completely idle. They could be taking advantage of these commanders' build power and just pumping out advanced air factories, pumping out advanced air fabbers, and getting a lot more T2 eco on. I see a little bit here, but it's rather lackluster. Having said that, they're floating eco massively. I mean, look at this metal. 1,000 metal not being used per second that they could be using. Whereas looking at TNC, they're producing too little, and they're using more than they're producing. So their efficiency has gone down to 80%. They're happy on energy thanks to their jigs. And looking at the gas planet again, we see that they're completely uncontested. Icarus just have no interest in taking advantage of these completely open jigs and really contesting what is the most valuable resource on the map. Unit cannon has gone off. Looks like some slammers have been dropped down, although they're not going to be too effective because this large tank force here is going to be able to deal with that quite nicely. However, we do see some Amigas. Again, these umbrellas are going to take advantage of their greater firepower and range there quite nicely. We see a Zeus has gone up from TNC, but no movement from it. We see another Zeus is going up. Although these Phoenixes and Hummingbirds should be able to take care of them if they spot them in time. We see a lot of orbital movement. Let's see where they're going. They're all going back to the gas planet, and here we go. Icarus are finally starting to take a stand on the gas planet and deciding, we don't like you having this many jigs and we're going to take some out. Unfortunately, they only take one out, but it's nice to see them make an effort. Looking over here, we see that Icarus has been completely taken out on the planet where they initially had the 1v1. And the base is completely left in ashes. At this point, the player who is in control of this planet should be spamming out eco. We see a little bit of eco game going on, but this is where I'd be pumping out air fabbers to really ramp up metal production. They are still about 200 behind Icarus. They could be catching up and surpassing them if they really take advantage of that fabber power and ramp up their eco. They've got lots of Icaruses, locusts and boombots, sorry, waiting as teleporter, sending out a unit cannon perhaps to drop a teleporter somewhere. A lot of orbital action going on. We see Amigas over here trying to deal some damage to this army and negate its firepower. We see Blues left their air here over these spinners. Not a great idea. We see the Zeus is just waiting above this commander. They could be using that offensively. They could do some real damage with that. The Locusts have come out along with the Boombots. Do I see an opening? I don't know. I don't know how much damage they'll be able to do. I'll have to keep an eye on that. Let's put that there. Right, let's have a quick look at the moons. What's going on? TNC have finally decided to do something about this moon and take the metal that should rightfully be theirs. They waited so long, though, that Icarus have managed to get some anchors above there. There's going to be a real thorn in their side on this moon. They really should have taken advantage of that a lot earlier. Over here, we see that TNC have no longer got a teleporter on here, and Icarus have taken control of it. I would like to see some fabbers coming through here, maybe shortly. Take control of that moon. Over here, Icarus still building nukes. I think they're doing it quite slowly though, so perhaps they're just thinking of that as a long-term strategy. Use that as and when needed. They're pumping out some Artemis here to, I assume, snipe some of the jigs here on the gas planet. Although at this point it's starting to snowball so heavily, even if they take 1 or 2 jigs out, there's still so many left. I don't know what they can do to really take control of that orbital game. Over here on the other moon, not much in the way of defences really. They've got plenty of eco there, but that's all that's really going on. Fair enough, it's uncontested so far, but yeah, if they want to use it as a Halley or something, they really need to get their defences up on there. Over here we see a Helios coming up from TNC. They've got an anti-nuke, they've got commanders sitting there safely. Even if their other commanders get killed, he's looking pretty well defended. Would like to see a few more umbrellas going up on this planet just to be on the safe side, but yeah, looking pretty cushy. Team Icarus should know that that Helios is being built, so I would like to see them send these Artemis over there to snipe that, because the last thing you want is a Helios landing right on top of your big base on a lava planet. I think it's this one that's under their control. Yes, over here. And sniping a commander and just really wrecking your day. And we see there is an advanced radar satellite here from TNC having a look at what's going on above Icarus's base. There's a lot of units around here actually, so I think they're feeling pretty cushy for now. Looking at the orbital game, oh, there's a lot of orbital units on the move. It's going to be quite hard to follow. Where is that Helios going? I think that's the most interesting unit so far. And oh, where is it going? I think it's going here, maybe? Or is it going to a moon? Oh, it's gone to this moon. Ah, very nice. This is a moon that's quite undefended actually, so that's going to be a real hurt to the Icarus, who are still floating metal but are actually now behind in the metal game. With all these metal extractors going down and these energy generators going down, this is going to be really painful for Team Icarus. Let's look back here at this planet. We see the Zeus is actually doing some work, although it has gone down to air. I'd prefer to see Zeus actually skirting around the edge of the enemy base so that when they see air coming they can retreat away from the ground and then focus fire on the air, because Zeus do prefer to attack the ground despite their main weakness being other air units. With these umbrellas taken out though, the Amigas are going to have no problem just sniping away at the ground without any counter. We've got SXX lasers here as well. This umbrella is going up rather slowly. If TNC spots it, they should be able to take it out quite easily. I think Icarus's days are numbered on this planet. Over on this planet, we see more orbital stuff going on from TNC. A lot of boombots here. Where are they going? They're going straight for this tank force, I think. Or not. Where are they going? For the factories? Yep, they're going for the factories. Very nice. They might as well just attack these tanks around here while they're at it, because they're just going to get killed otherwise. Where are we? Yep, it's starting to certainly look like this game is in TNC's favour. I think Icarus days are numbered. Looking back at the gas planet, TNC have just expanded even more. We do see the Artemis here trying to snipe away at some jigs, but look at this large orbital force from TNC. It's just utterly dwarfs them. Looking back at the moons to see what Icarus has left. Not much. This Amiga spam is just utterly demolishing everything below them. It doesn't matter how many umbrellas you have at this point. This is just going to demolish them. Over here, Icarus still going strong. They've got a nuke here, but where are they going to send it? There's just so much of TNCs to nuke. You could put it anywhere and it probably wouldn't matter too much to TNC at this point. Icarus have lost this planet. That was a big eco powerhouse for Icarus. TNC are in control of this moon as well. And over here too. Looking at this planet, we see this is Icarus's final stand, really. They've got this planet fairly well secured, but all it's going to take is one Halley to blow this planet up. Looking at these moons, I'd say take this moon and Halley it straight into this lava planet, and that's probably going to be game from there. How many commanders do I see here? 1, 2, 3. I don't remember seeing any commanders being blown up yet. I could be wrong though. Over here we see Icarus is yet to be cleaned up, but there's no production capacity really here to replace what's being lost. They're just fighting a losing battle here. I think this is just a clean-up operation from TNC, and I don't really see that they need to invest a whole lot more in cleaning them up from there. Really, they should just be using their fabricators to really pump up their economy some more. Maybe just spam some umbrellas and whatnot just in case, but I think they're feeling quite comfortable here. Back to this planet. Much the same really, they're just pumping out units, sending them to this teleporter ready to jump to another planet and wreak some havoc to the Icarus players. Looking back at gas, again we see more Artemis coming in from Icarus to try and pop away at these jigs, but it looks to me like they're building jigs faster than Icarus can destroy them, and letting TNC grab this gas giant was perhaps what decided the game. Maybe not, but it was a huge eco bonus for TNC when TNC were actually behind in eco for much of the early game. We see more Helios going up from TNC, so they're prepping for a pretty large invasion of this planet here. Probably looking for some commander snipes here from the orbital, so we see some Amigas here dropping here. There's the commander, it's probably going to be the first snipe here. Boom goes the commander. 2 more commanders here. Will they go for that? I assume that they've spotted it with some radar, so it should be the end of the game pretty soon. And there goes that commander, and I believe their last commander is here. Yep, that's right. We've got nukes here. They're pumping out the nukes, but not really sure what they can do with them. The GGs have been called, and it seems like that is going to be the end of the game. Mango is not happy with the early GG. Feels like there's still some game left in them. And there is. It's not over till it's over. Although we see Halley's being built now. Where will that be sent? The anti-nuke will come up and prevent that nuke. They are well prepared. That's next to this lava planet, which is... Yes, that is the correct moon to be Halleying. Once they destroy this planet, that's going to be Icarus's eco game almost all gone. And that is the game. The commander has been destroyed. GG. TNC takes another victory. 3 wins, 0 losses. This is the clan to beat. Will any clan be able to beat them this league? I have a feeling if any clan can do it, it will be Team Burning. That is a game I am certainly looking forward to. Alright, let's get prepared for the interviews. Hello. So,
Hello.
Space Pie, you've been practicing on this system. It didn't go...
Well, we weren't expecting them to have as strong an orbital because we were playing on the Ubers are kind of bad at orbital What?
That's a big assumption.
It was it was true back in the day, but it's not anymore.
Yeah. Okay.
The mistake you made is assuming I'm an Uber. That's not true.
Yes, Mango, you're platinum, is that right?
Platinum scrub, so I am.
Yeah. So Space Pie, my question is, why did you let them have the gas planets?
We only have really one person controlling all our orbital, so I was mostly focusing ground.
So whoever was in charge of that, why weren't they doing anything on the gas planet?
I guess they just didn't expect as tough as competition as they did for getting.
It seems like a very grave error to make against the so far undefeated clan. Mango, how did that game go for you?
That went really well.
So
We seemed to have control quite early on, and our expansion on gas went unhindered.
would it surprise you if I told you that Icarus were ahead in eco for a lot of the game?
Not really. I did notice they were quite stiff resistance, and they did have good branch out to several moons for
Yeah.
I don't know how long, but they were certainly well entrenched by the time we found them. So there's quite a lot of eco on there as well. It's a good balance, I think, on the system.
Who was in charge of putting the teleporters on the moons on your team?
That's it. I don't think anyone was in charge as such, but I know, I assume Gataxian went ahead and colonized everything anyway, because that's Gataxian.
Yeah. The only issue I had was you had teleporters on all these moons and nothing going through them. And for a lot of the game, there were just moons with teleporters on and nothing else going on. You could have really pulled ahead quite strongly if you'd claimed them.
I think we felt strong enough that we didn't have to focus our attention elsewhere. I think it looked as though we had the lava planets quite nicely pinned down quite early, so I think it allowed us to focus on the single planets while I took on the gas.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, you certainly had a lot of dominance on the gas planet. I noticed Team Icarus, you did send a few Artemis there towards the end of the game to pop off a few jigs, but it was a bit too little too late, really, wasn't it?
Yeah. Trying to basically fight an entrenched enemy. Not going to work that well.
Yeah. So what would you do differently if you could play again?
Definitely contest gas more.
Indeed. Well, thank you for a great game, gentlemen. It was a pleasure to cast, and quite even at the start, actually. If you'd contested the gas planet, I think it would have been a much more even game. Any last words?
Well played, Icarus.
Good
Well
game.
played, Icarus. GG.
Thanks. Thanks. You're pretty good too. Much better in orbital than we thought.
Are you guys going to...
I learned.
Oh, sorry, Karen.
I was going to say we've been practicing for the PXS match next week.
Ah. Yeah, they're very good at orbital. Will you guys be joining the community 32-player FFA?
I definitely will.
Absolutely.
Lovely. Well, I'll see you there then.
Cool. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Good games.
Alright guys, I'm gonna put on a short intermission while we set up that free-for-all game. Anyone that is interested in taking part in that, I suggest you log on and join that game. For the rest of you, I hope you enjoy watching me cast it. Hello everyone, welcome back. The game will be starting shortly. It's going to be a 32-player free-for-all. There can only be one winner. It's going to be big. So, let's get this game started. We have got a massive 8 planets to spawn on. Each planet, if the spawns are correct, should have 4 players each. Each planet is identical apart from the first one, which for some reason has 32 match instead of 44. Don't know if that's right. But anyway, they're all the same apart from the metal planets, also known as the Death Star. Build 5 catalyst points on each of these little squares, and this turns quite literally into the Death Star, able to blow up any of these planets over here. These look rather close. But they won't collide, so that's fine. This is going to be a very messy game. It's going to be difficult to cast, but I hope you will follow me through it. I mean, look at the sheer number of players here. I don't know how I'm going to follow it all. Here we go. I'm not going to hold that up because it's just ugly for now. Okay, we've got a lot of people spawning. It's going to be hard to follow. Seems all the spawns mostly going vehicles, some going bots. I'd be surprised to see anyone going air. I say that, we've got someone going air right there. Which one's that? It's dark. Is it that one? Yes. Mr. Anderson Craft. You are going air. You are a bold, brave brother. What does he do with this firefly? When he sees this one right next to him there, what will he do with that information? Moving on, bots and vehicles and bots and bots. Orbital being rushed out here from is it this one? Yes, Death by Denim, appropriate colour for that. More vehicles going up. This guy means business. What colour is he? It's not Mike H, is it? It's this one, isn't it? K-Bot. Yeah, K-Bot. He's a very good player. Some more vehicles coming up here from green. That's Shubi, another good player. And Upquark. Yeah, this planet's going to be quite interesting, I think. Alright, got some bots and air over here, bots and air over there. Bots and air over here. He's going to be tanking on energy because that's too many factories to run that, and too many fabbers to run on that little energy. We'll see some more orbital going up here. In fact, that reminds me, I should keep up an orbital view just in case someone decides to move to the metal planet. Right, we've got some action going on over here. Some early expansion over here from Potassior. And he's taking on Elite. Oh, here's Elite. He's in charge of organising this event. Thank you, Elite. Doing the community a great service. Unless this one's Elite. Can't tell. Yeah, this one's Elite here. He's going T2 vehicles. Looks like he'll be able to get them up in time if these fabbers don't pose too much of a problem. They could just reclaim that docks. Right, looking at the last planet, we just see more T2. Not much going on yet. We see a commander is moving to what I assume is the metal planet. He was taking some damage, so yeah, probably a good thing to retreat to here. Let's move this icon there. Right, back to the first planet. We see Brown here is peltering the heck out of Teal here. I don't know what Teal's going to do to answer that. He's got some walls and some turrets up there, so he's going to be alright against this little force if it comes up to face him. He'll either attack it or retreat or ignore it. I'd probably at least go to investigate, maybe build a skitter and get some vision as to what's going on, but I would not want to be this player right now. I mean, he is building T2, but just one Fabus, that's not going to be enough. Oh, we have an explosion on this planet here. We have our first death. What happened there? Let's get the chrono cam up and rewind that. So it looks like some infernos have come down from... Is it Mika? Against... Oh my, I can't keep up with this. Anonymous. Oh, wow, Anonymous is a good player. To see him go down with that soon is crazy. Wow. Alright, let's go back to normal view. Right. So he put everything he had into those infernos. He hasn't really got much else going on for him. If this guy went boombots, he could potentially snipe that commander. Looking down at black, he's putting out some air fabs, but pink has got vision, so he could just get some hummingbirds in there. If he just took those hummingbirds, brought them around there, he could snipe those fabs quite nicely. Next planet along, we see boombots have come out, but they're going to be taken out by those docks. So it's a bit of a wasted effort. If this guy just brings a few more docks in, he could go in for a com push and kill that commander, or just build up some infernos to push into him. This orange player here, oh, Potassia was annihilated. Wow, what planet was that on? This planet. GG. Nice snipe from Elite, using the levelers to put in the pain there. Let's put in a sad face to share his pain. Wow, it looks like Elite has actually taken quite a lot of control of this map. All he needs to do now is deal with these two commanders, and that's his. Let's have a look at the meta planet, what's going on here. Oh, we see a little bit of a combox going on here. So we have, let's see, that colour person, is that Mika? Against, I think that's, is that Death by Denim? Yeah, Death by Denim. I think Death by Denim is going to go down here. We've got the laser turret here, we've got the walls up. Although we've got the Pelter as well. This is going to be a tough one to call. They might actually both go down. We'll have to see. If I were Mika, I'd probably push a bit harder. Yep, take out that Pelter. Lovely. How much has he got? 24%. He should be able to survive this commander explosion if he goes off. Death by Denim will go down and Mika will just about survive. 13% health? Yeah, he's doing alright. So it looks like he's got complete ownership of the metal planet for now, although it looks like company is coming to join him in the form of this blue character here, which I don't know which one of these that is. And we've got a brown player as well going over there. People are just sending their commanders to the metal planet, and I don't know if they can really take it. We'll see. It's going to be a lot of contest. Let's have a look at the planets again. Over here we've got Teal and Brown fighting. I think Teal's going to be able to pip it here. He's got more infernos and that's going to make a huge difference. He's using his Uber Cannon to take out these tanks, and Brown can't really do the same to respond. Oh, he's done it there. Maybe that was just about in range, unless it's the curvature of the planet. Yeah, sort of aids in that Uber Cannon. I think Teal should bring his tanks back a bit behind his commander, make them a bit harder to hit, and then maybe mass up some more infernos just to bring them in. Take out that commander, forget these pelters. It's all about the combox you got going on, really. Looks like red here though is pushing in with the levelers, and he's going to hurt Brown quite severely if he does it right. Moving on to the next planet, we've got black sitting here in his base with his air fabbers producing more air fabbers, but not doing anything with those air fabbers apart from make more air fabbers, so not much is going to go on there. Chowder has just been annihilated by Gregor's. Where's that explosion? I don't see it. Unfortunately, I missed that. Looking here, we've got this guy, Mechanic, against... Oh no, that wasn't it. Namega Corgi against Sir Thicknut. What an interesting name. Alright. Over here we've got... Is this Elite? Yes, this is Elite. He's not spreading out a lot. having a bit of a tough time fighting the people on here. He's got some levelers sitting here, not doing any work. Quark has just been annihilated by Shubi. Was over here? No. Let's check the metal planet again. Someone landed over here. Yeah, blue here. Mika has got sight of him, but it's not really doing anything about it just yet. He's pumping out some boombots to go in for the boombot snipe. There are some docks being sent out here, and Pooface has been annihilated by... Well, okay, lots of people going down now. Let's just take a quick look at the planets and just get a quick idea of what's going on. So, brown here is going to die to red by the looks of things. Second planet, that's death's gone on there. So we've got black here. He's going to want to try and take out pink, but with those boombots he's not going to get past those slammers. He's going to have a bit of a tricky time by the looks of it. He's using docks to take out this force, but there's a couple of turrets here, so it's going to be a bit tricky. And in the long run he's probably wasting more metal on the docks than those turrets even cost. So that's a bit tricky. The tanks might be able to do alright against these slammers because of the curvature of the planet is effectively reducing these slammers' range, which gives these ants a bit of an advantage. Pink player here might want to get some blue hawks out and some radar vision just to take advantage of their range and their ability to actually use that range. Mike H has been annihilated by Anthrax. Shame to see him die this early, but that's the way of a 32-player free-for-all. People drop like flies. We've got red here having a bit of a hard time against orange. With orange's map control, he looks like he might just pip it. He's got boombots coming out. When he spots a commander, I expect he's going to snipe that off. Looking over here, we've got turquoise, which is Gregor's. He's got a planet to himself, and he's doing alright. Let's take a quick look at the Eco tab. Nemega Corgi and Space Pie doing pretty good on Eco. Where's Gregor's? Gregor's way ahead in the Eco now, actually. He's looking like the potential favourite to win here. Next planet along, we've got the green player, which is Shubi. Shubi has a planet to himself. He's building up some tanks. He's getting T2 air out, I suspect, to get the T2 metal built up. Getting T2 energy out, yeah, he's just ramping up his eco before he does anything else. Probably do the same if I were in his position. Over here we've got this lilac colour, that's an Omega Corgi. Doing much the same, pumping out the T2 air factory to get those T2 air fabs to build up a bit of T2 metal. Pumping out T2 energy, just ramping up with that eco so you can make a massive force for later on in the game. Next planet over, this is Elite, and I don't know how to say that name, so I believe this is Elite here, building a large tank force with some docks. He's got a skitter here to be able to detect these mines, so he's going to make short work of those. He's going to push into that base and really bring in the punishment. This guy, he's got a little bit of metal expansion, but he hasn't got any T2 metal, so he's going to struggle to keep up the production of Elite. I do see Elite taking this planet rather soon. Over here we have got Anthrax the Time Lord, who still hasn't quite taken this planet yet, although will do very soon, from Devil Skull. Looking to get more T2 tanks out, but I think he should get some T2 air to really take advantage of that eco and catch up with the others in this game. Looking at the metal planet, what's this blue player? Is that him? Yeah. Urok Hogan. He's going to struggle here. Oh, I see the boombots coming in, but these docks might just be able to deal with them. Looking here, we've got 60 boombots or so. I don't know if that's going to be enough to take out this commander. If he cannons, which he does, yeah, he just manages to survive that. He now knows to expect more boombots coming. He should put up some light laser towers around himself, and that should help protect more against the boombots. Maybe build some sparks, because they're good at dealing with both docks and boombots, which his enemy is actually producing now. He's pumping out some bombers, which is really good for countering bots, but he's not putting them to any use. It'd be really nice to see those bombers. Ah, here they are. They're coming out, and they're going to go deal with them. We're seeing hummingbirds being produced over here by Mika, and they should go over there to deal with those bombers fairly soon. I'm a bit disappointed that he hasn't managed to establish more eco here on this metal planet. It's a very dangerous planet to be on if you can't take full advantage of it. Looking back at the main planets, we've got Red here starting to really establish his orbital presence. He's acquired a decent amount of the metal on this planet. He's sending out combat fabbers to reclaim the wreckages, which is nice to see. I think now's about the time that I can open the eco tab and really take a look at that. It looks like the Omega Corgi's actually doing really well on the eco game, really pumping out those T2 energy and making a Zeus for some reason. Not sure if that's necessary, but fair enough. If an invasion force comes along, a Zeus is pretty handy for dealing with that. And we've got 6 T2 air fabbers going around the planet building up that T2 metal. That's going to ramp up his production abilities very nicely. Looking over here at Gregor's, spamming out umbrellas over his planet. He doesn't want anyone invading with orbital forces. The T2 eco is going up quite slowly. Did he build T2 air? I don't see T2 air. He's going to get that eco up a lot slower than an Omega Corgi is, so that's going to be a bit of a problem for him. Looking over here at Wombat Nipples, has he got a planet to himself? Yes, he does, although a teleporter is going down on his planet right as we speak. He's sending in a bomber to deal with it, but this anchor should take care of that pretty soon. His commander's going up with a contingent of slammers and docks and a few T1 tanks. Will the red force be big enough to deal with that? It looks like they will. They've got a lot of docks, they've got levelers in there. I think Wombat Nipples is going to get heavily punished here by... I think this is Space Pie, actually. Yep, Space Pie has taken out Wombat Nipples and he's taken a second planet for his control. Well done, Space Pie. Speaking of Space Pie, let's have a look. What is he up to? Oh, that's not showing me. Oh, there we go. So, yep, he's reclaiming as before, establishing that T2 eco. How's his production doing? He's got a few T2 tanks in production, but that's about it. In terms of orbital, he's got a single orbital factory. But now that he's claimed a second planet, he can really ramp up that production a bit more. Looking at Icarus Nimzod Dragon, I assume his name is. He's really not got a lot of eco going on yet. He's got a T2 fabricator there, but it's not even doing anything. It's just sitting there idle. He really wants to get producing that T2 eco so he can put out the same production quantities as his enemies. Having a look at Shubi. Shubi's got the anti-nuke up, so he's ready for that. His eco is... where are we? Doing quite healthy. He's establishing that T2 eco. He's getting umbrellas up. It's good to see. He's got some orbital going on as well. I'm going to alter this to this view so I can see any orbital action. I see he sent some kind of radar to this planet, is it? Or was it the other one? Oh, I missed that. Let's have a look at Andrex Time Lord. Pumping out that orbital to join the orbital game. It's going to be very important on a system like this. I expect people will be building Helioses at some point to really send in those large invasion forces. Looking at Elite to see what he's up to. He's quite behind on the eco game because it took him a little longer than others to really take control of the planet. He's got a nice large tank force there. He's got some combat fabbers. Hopefully they're going to go start reclaiming things. Yep, they're reclaiming now, so his metal production should be going up. Lots of docks, lots of tanks. Not a lot in the way of T2 yet, though. I'd like to see him really up that production. Let's have a look at Mika. Oh, he's getting really hurt by Blue there. Wow, Blue's really managed to turn it around. Yeah, his commander's on really low health, and if I were Blue, I'd just be sending those docks in as hard as I can just to take off the last few HP points of that commander. Looks like they might just be able to pip it. It's going to be a really close call, though. He's on 3% HP, and he just about survives that. Oh, I see an Omega from green going over... Is it over here? No, he's going over here. think he's going for some kind of snipe. If he drops him right on top of this commander, that might just do it. I do see a teleporter up there, though, from Space Pie, and no, it looks like that Amiga is not going to snipe him, but it has established the foothold for a teleporter to come in and try and ruin Space Pie's day. Space Pie, I believe, is also on this planet, though, so if he can get that teleporter up and running, his commander can escape to it. Will he do it in time, though? That is the question. And has he even noticed that green is coming? Yes, he has. He's sending his own tank force in to deal with it. He's moving his commander around. About now, I expect to see this teleporter be activated so that his commander can escape. I really want to see that teleporter go up. Come on, Space Pie. You need this, or you're going to die. He's got the teleporter. He just needs to turn it on. How's his eco? Ah, he's out of energy. He needs to turn off some production to get that energy up or he's screwed. I don't think he's going to do it. He's just going to run away and hope for the best. Looking back at the metal planet, it seems that Mika is still alive despite only having 3% HP. He's not doing anything to revive his commander's health, and it seems to me that's because he doesn't really have the eco to do it. He's got a nice contingent of docks running around, but they're not doing anything to raid Blue's eco. So, yeah, I'd really like to see him establish more of a strong economy so he can fight Blue back. Space Pie's doing very nice on the eco game. How is his commander doing at this point? He's running away. He seems to have fought off that force though, so well done to him for that. Who's next? Icarus player. 296 metal income. Is he not building any more eco? He's building a unit cannon. He's building umbrellas, but he's not spreading out his eco. He really needs to establish more eco. He's got a single airfabber building metal. That's not going to be enough though. Looking at Gregor's. Many unit cannons. He's got forces just patrolling around his planet. Let's look for a teleporter. Has he got a teleporter that he plans on putting up? Or is he just trying to spam us? Yeah, he's just going to drop slammers on some unsuspecting commander's head and hope that's enough to snipe them by the looks of things. Looking at Shubi, he's been playing very aggressively. He's pumping out some kernels. It's always good to see. They've got very good build power and combat abilities, so they're a lot tougher to kill than normal fabbers. He's established his T2 eco quite nicely. He's pumping out phoenixes, which are great for a variety of uses. Taking down Zeuses, scouting enemy planets, killing enemy air fabbers, what have you. He's getting a nuke up. I don't know if he has a specific plan for that or whether he's going to save that for a rainy day. Looking in the orbital sphere though, we see there is some orbital stuff going on. It looks like Green's going to be sending radar here. I don't know what he's going to spot that's going to help him get onto this planet. If I were to land anything anywhere, I'd put it probably about here where there's no umbrellas though. Having a look at Elite and what he's up to. He's got large tank force, plenty of T2 eco. Needs more T2 factories, I think. He's got a few, but I think he could do with more. He is floating eco there, so he can certainly up his production, that's for sure. Having a look back at the metal planet, we see Mika's still hanging in there, but having a bit of trouble with it. It looks like he's pumping out some worms, maybe going for the worm snipe. His enemy seems to not have much in the way of hummingbirds, although he's got a lot of Galata turrets there, so I don't... Let's see, how many Galata turrets is that? That's 12 Galata turrets. I think it's going to take probably 3 worms to take out that commander. Maybe 2 if you're lucky. Worms have a high health, but that's a lot of Galata turrets. Over here we see Space Pie is dealing still with... Who's the green player? Shubi. He's going to have to send his forces in here pretty quick before Shubi established quite a strong beachhead. I don't know if he's going to be able to stop these forces coming in though, because as fast as cannons can build, catapults take a long time to produce. And yeah, I do see this being fought off, if not for a lot of forces coming through that teleporter. Looking at the next planet. Space Pie's home planet is looking alright. He's established his eco, he's lost a lot of production, which hopefully he will get back into producing. He's got some T2 vehicle factories here, but they're all idle. Looking at his economy, he's floating, so he could certainly do with turning those on and establishing a force to use. Looking here at Nimsel Dragon, he's absolutely crawling with units on his planet. He's finally starting to establish some proper eco, I think. Although he's still got a lot of T2 eco he could be making. He's really behind on the eco game. Over here we've got Gregor's. Wow. He sure loves his Avengers. And whoa, a massive unit cannon launching over here to this planet. Where are they dropping? On the commander? That is going to be quite the snipe. Bam. Shubi's gone and Corgi sniped him. That was huge. How many unit cannons? A lot. That's at least 12, yeah. Well, they're certainly going to do the job. Let's look at Gregor's. How many has he built? That's 4 there. Yeah, not quite as many. Looking back at the metal planet, how's the snipe coming along? We see 2 worms with hummingbirds to protect. An angel just behind. That's going to be massive, actually. The angel can shoot down shots from Galata turrets and other aircrafts. And also spinners. Not that there are any spinners over here. But they can also heal units within its range. I don't know if I can show its range on here. Yes, I can. I think its effective heal range is within that red circle, actually. So it's pretty massive. I expect we will see a snipe of this commander over here very soon. The worms are slowly rolling in and they're pausing. They really want to move in a bit quicker than that, I think. Right, he spotted the commander with his hummingbirds at the very least. But oh, we see an Amiga here from Elite Sardaukar, and it looks like he's going to get that snipe off instead, potentially. He will get the kill. Bounty is not on, so it doesn't really matter, but... yeah, if I were Mika, I would back off right now. Let Elite do the work. Why waste those worms? There's really no need. Yeah, the worms go down for nothing. But this commander will die regardless. Oh, he's pumping up the umbrella, but too little too late. He hasn't got the build power to get it up in time, I don't think. Commander's health is at 6%, 4%. 2 more shots and he'll be dead. 1 more shot. Boom. And that's all she wrote. Alright, let's have a quick look at the planets again. So over here, Space Pie, his conquered planet is still under his control. He's reclaiming all the wreckage on there with his combat fabs, and he's slowly getting T2 Eco established on there. His home planet, he's building more Zeus, I guess just in case. Fair enough. He's got some combat fabs here. He could just put up a bunch of mines around his planet, actually, just in case someone sends like a bunch of levelers or something. Be really handy. Oh, we see another unit cannon snipe on the way. Where's this going? Over here. There's no commander to kill, though. Is this just slammers, or are there fabbers in here? Ah, we do see some men, so they're going to be picking up a teleporter so he can claim the eco on this planet. Right, looking on this planet, do we see T2 Eco finally? Yes, T2 Eco is going up from some T2 airfabs. About time. Locusts patrolling around the planet like that? I don't understand. You own the planet, you want to clump them up and then send them to ruin someone else's day. They're great at taking out factories and eco production buildings. They're bad at being patrolled over a planet. They've got very little vision and they're very bad against most units in a one-on-one case. Looking at Gregors, he's got a lot of Avengers patrolling his planet. He's getting his Zeus up for defense. His unit cannons are still producing. Has he been sending them places? It looks like he might have been. He's got a few nukes up. But looking over here, we see another snipe on the way for Antrex the Time Lord. Where is his commander? Can he survive? That is a lot of umbrellas. Let's see if this snipe can make it. We see the sim speed is starting to take a hit at 64%. There's a lot of orbital play going on. I'm inclined to blame Greg's Avengers patrolling his planet, but I don't know for sure that that's the case. Looks like a lot of these slammers are getting taken out by the umbrellas, but some might be getting through. I don't know. Not quite. Well defended from Andrex. Orange has launched a unit cannon of his own going over to... Oh, no, not that planet. No, not that planet. This planet. I don't imagine he's going to be able to do much though. Space Pire's got a pretty strong force on there. This planet is completely empty apart from one slammer. Someone should be claiming that soon. There's a lot of wreckage there for combat fabbers to reclaim though. Looking at the eco tabs, Space Pie is quite clearly ahead. Will he be utilising that though? Is his commander as safe as others? Looking here at Namiga Corgi though, that is a lot of umbrellas and anti-nukes. It's going to be really tricky to kill him. More unit cannons going over here. Is Space Pie doomed? Is his commander even on here? I don't think it is. I don't know where that unit cannon is going to drop. Oh, it's not even going over there. The main force is going over here. And they're gonna land. Any teleporters to go up? No, just slammers. I'm sure you can do plenty of damage with them though. I don't see much in the way of forces apart from those Omegas to really clean that up. He's got a Zeus there. It should do a bit of damage, but now that they're all spreading out, he's going to really want to answer with bombers, I think. Maybe put some mines up. See, this is why I advocate putting mines all over your home planet, so that when this kind of thing happens, they just get taken out. Looking back at the metal planet that I haven't seen in a long time, we see Mika still alive. Still on 3% HP, 5% HP now. He has healed up a little bit. Nimzod Dragon going around eating up metal extractors with his locusts. How many locusts is that? There's 21 locusts. That little laser turret's not going to do much against those. He's managing to micro away from that bomber with his locusts though, which is nice to see. Cleaning up that eco. Looking at Mika's eco, 143. Compared to everyone else, it's just nothing. His days are numbered. And yeah, I think he's just stalling out the kill that is eventually coming for him. Looks like Space Pie has unit cannons of his own and he's sending them to the metal planet. Looks like he's not happy with other people controlling that. The Mega Corgi sending out a bunch of Phoenix, looks like also to the metal planet. I guess he wants to get his scout in, see what's going on there, see if there's any true danger. Space Pie responds with his own Phoenixes. He also wants to get the scout in, see what's going on. Right, Let's get that view in on the metal planet. Where are they going to land? Ah, down here. Do they have any anti-air? That is the question. We see Kestrels and bombers over here. If it's just slammers, they're going to get cleaned up quite handily. See, when I launch a unit cannon strike, I like to mix it up a bit, because if you send just one unit, they can be countered by, Kestrels who can respond very quickly. Put some spinners in there and you can punch it a little bit. Put in a mend, you can put up a teleporter, send in more. Okay, we see some fabbers here, that's good. I'd like to see them build some anti-air real quick. There we go, the anti-air is going up. Those Kestrels should be going down fairly soon. Once they're down, I expect a teleporter will be going up. And then Space Pie will try very hard, hopefully, to take control of this metal planet. Wow, a lot of fighters from Orange going to the metal planet. It seems like everyone's attention is being focused there for now. Here comes the teleporter, facing down instead of up for some reason, even though he wants his units to funnel out that way, I think. Mig sending in docks to respond, but it's not going to be enough. Orange's own unit cannon coming in down here from Nimrod Dragon. Nimzod Dragon, sorry. He's dropping just locusts. Okay. There's not really much here to be eaten apart from metal extractors though. I'm not sure it's really worth that much metal that you put into the locusts really. The teleporter is down but not hooked up. A unit cannon has been launched from Namega Corgi going to, I think it's this planet. I'm not 100% sure yet though. Yep, it looks like it is not. Okay, no. It's going to the metal planet. I think he might be going for the snipe on Mika, because he's scouted him out with his phoenixes. Waiting for them to come in now. They should be dropping right here. Yes, they are. He's going in for the snipe, and that will be a successful snipe. Maybe not from this particular bunch, but there's a whole lot coming through next. Here we go. Yeah, that commander's going down right now. GG Mika. Over here, Space Spy has established a T2 radar. He's sent some forces through, but not many. He's really crashing on Eco. I want to see what he's up to make that Eco get that hammered down. He's pumping out a lot of orbital. He's producing Titans. And as far as I know, he's got 2 planets under his control. Over here we see Phoenixes coming in from an Omega Corgi, but they will probably be shot down by these storms, by the looks of things. Landing right on top of a storm, that's just bad luck. Ouch. It's a sight to behold. Looking at the next planet, we have Nimzod Dragon. Still not really doing much apart from unit cannoning Locust to the metal planet. I'm not sure if he's really got a plan for what he wants to do. I think Gregor's next planet, he's pumping out the nukes. Fighting off some fighters from the Omega Corgi. He's coming in to scout. Probably seeing that Gregor's got quite a lot in the way of defences here. I don't know if he's peppered his entire planet with anti-nukes, but it's going to be tricky to invade, I reckon. Looking at Greg's commander though, he's got a lot of forces surrounding them, so even if they drop slammers right on top of him, it's going to be tricky to kill him. Over on the next planet, still don't see much from anyone apart from Space Pie, who is realising that you need to expand to get more eco, claim more planets. And he's spending it as well. He has the most eco and he's not floating. He's got plenty of energy, but that metal is all getting used. It's good to see. Looking over at Omega Corgi, who's been a very aggressive player, but he's not been reaping the rewards of his aggression. He's not claiming those planets and taking their eco. He's just going for the direct snipes and not thinking about how to bolster his strength throughout the game. Over here, it looks like Greg's got himself a second planet, so his eco is going to be catching up with Space Pie's. He seems quite fresh on this planet though, and there's a lot of eco he hasn't claimed. I wonder if he's got any combat fabbers to reclaim all that wreckage on this planet. It'd be quite good to do, I think. And on the final planet, we've got Andrex Time Lord, who has managed to survive thanks to this horde of umbrellas around his commander, protecting him from those snipes, which I think the Zeus will as well, just sitting there, but I'm not sure if he really has an endgame plan. He seems to have just been sitting here. I get it that he's got a lot. Wow, that is a lot of Amigas there, actually. That could be for a very nice snipe. He's got the advanced radar satellites there as well. He's just sitting there biding his time, letting everyone else fight, thinking, I'll just wait, let maybe one, maybe two more people die, and then just snipe up the rest. Clean up, as it were. Let's look at the metal planet. Space Spy's not done anything at all to really claim it. He's just put his stamp on there and left it as that. But Omega Corgi, on the other hand, has dropped a bunch of slammers, put them on World Patrol just to try and deny anyone getting an easy claim on the planet. Orange has established an anchor, he's put down a teleporter, he's going to send his units in. I think he wants to claim the metal planet for his own, but I think he's going to be fought for it. As the game's progressing, we're seeing that it is starting to slow down. We're down to 41% sim speed, and it's about this time that I'd like to see more people get killed. Speed up this game a little bit more. Where is Greg's planet? It's this planet. I mean, look at all of these Avengers just patrolling this planet. It's so unnecessary. 486 Avengers and probably more around the other side that didn't get selected. It's ridiculous. I don't like it when that happens. It doesn't help the sim speed. But we see the unit cannon's been launched by Greg, and I think he'll be sending it to... Is it over here? I could be wrong. Let's see. I just can't get a lock on any of these planets. Let's see, where is it going? Space Pie launching as well. There's just so much going on, I can't keep track. I think Greg will be attempting to land here though. Yep. He's attempting to land here. Where is he looking to land? Ah, here we go. Right on top of some Zeuses! That's a shame. They're going to go down very quickly. Well, so much for that. Looking at Space Pie, he's sending his units to the metal planet, even though he's established a teleporter here. Yeah, he's still got the teleporter here. He could be sending units through himself. Not sure why he's not. We've got a teleporter up here from Nimzod Dragon, but he's only sent in a medium-sized tank force, and I don't really know what he plans on doing with it. We see some more Phoenixes moving around from Greg, sending them, I suppose, to Space Pie. I think he wants to get the scout in. Maybe take out those Zeuses. Let's have a look. Is his unit cannons? Yeah, they're filling up. He's got a lot of forces around this teleporter. I'd say medium size. I don't know if it would be enough. Has he spotted the commander on that planet? Is that why he's going there? Yeah, the commander is on that planet, and he's not overly well protected. For someone who's got the most eco in this game so far, he's not as well defended as some other players. Oh, we see a ping going up. What was pinged? Don't know. I'm going to see this attack from Gregor's coming in there. Let's shut this down for now. Right, let's see where these phoenixes are landing. Oh, painful. All those air fabbers. Look at that sim speed though. Oh, it's a slideshow. How is Space Pie going to protect these Zeus? Or is he going to need to? I see a lot of orbital going on around that planet there. Ah, he protects with his own air force. I'm surprised to see Greg isn't sending in some more backup forces. He really needs to deal with those Zeus first, though. I wouldn't just have them patrol willy-nilly. He really needs to send them around in a clump where air is at its strongest and take out those Zeuses and really establish a beach hold down here. Right, let's check Cantrax because he's been pumping out Amigas all game. What's going on? How many's he got? 39. I think that should be enough. He sent out the radars though, so he's looking for which opponents to snipe. I'm looking forward to seeing these Amigas coming out to play. Let's have a look at the metal planet, see what's going on. We've got Nimzod Dragon coming up here to take on Namiga Corgi's base on here. Space Pie seems to have started actually building a base here. Trying to potentially take out this defensive line from Namiga Corgi. Looks like he won't do it though, just because he's not pushing in hard enough. He really needs more ghillies in there to take out those catapult blasts. Oh, this sim speed's gone down to 33%. It's a real slideshow now. Hopefully someone will take out Space Pie soon because he's got a lot of units. Maybe even Greg as well, just because Greg's been spamming out the orbital and having it patrol his planet like... well, like a virus. Oh, nukes have been launched. Where are they headed? Let's keep a close eye on those. Has he spotted Space Pie's commander, perhaps? Does Space Pie's commander have an anti-nuke? No, but he does have a teleporter. If he knows about the nuke, then he'll be sending his commander through that teleporter. Let's keep an eye on that commander through the pip. Alright, where are these nukes? They're on their way. It looks like Space Pie is about to be taken out. Will the sim speed recover as a result of this? They're coming in. And they're missing. What is he nuking? He spotted his commander was over there. Why is he nuking this nothing? Unless that's where his commander was, maybe? Interesting. Looking back at Antrex. Oh! He sent out all of his orbital forces. He's going for the snipe. On whom will he be sniping? Nobody. What? Why is he sending them there? Unless he's not sending them there. I'm not sure I understand this decision, actually. Not much going on this planet. Still producing units, but for no apparent reason. He's not rallying his tanks to this teleporter. Still producing Titans on it. His commander is building another teleporter. He's going to try dodging nukes by the looks of things, or dodging orbital snipes. I see a nuke has been launched from Nomega Corgi. We'll keep an eye on that. But for now, let's see why Antrex has sent all of his orbital stuff over here. He's not doing anything with them. They're there. Okay, but for what? I don't know. Nuke will be dropping over here. Where will it drop? Over the commander, perhaps? We'll see. Here it comes. Oh, no, it's not going there. Nuke is going for the metal planet. Okay. Is there a commander here to be nuked, or is he just looking to nuke a force? Such a waste of a nuke. Any day now. In comes the nuke, and I suspect it'll be landing somewhere around here. Probably. Maybe. No? On orange. Okay. He took out a teleporter. Oh, there's a bit of orbital stuff going on there, but it's not a whole lot. Less than the value of a nuke. That's for sure. Orange has sent a nuke of his own. Going... Where is it going? Is it going here or is it going there? It's going here. How many players have we got left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's going to be a slow game. What is being nuked here? Ah, I see. If he can nuke this orbital force here, that'd be pretty brutal. But they are moving, so the nuke may just miss anyway. Oh no, the nuke's going over here. Sorry. Got that all wrong. And it gets anti-nuked because he didn't scout. Wow. That was... that was poor. He's certainly not going to be winning this game though. Let's have a look at his eco. 1200. Yeah, he's joint losing with Nomega Corgi and Antrex on eco. Gregors and Space Pie doing quite well for themselves on the eco front. So yeah, Space Pie is still controlling this planet quite nicely. He's got that planet as well. Orange has that planet. Gregor's got that planet. Space Pie wants this planet,